Approximately 750 copies of the Shakespeare First Folio are thought to have been published. Of these, 235 are known to survive today, with 50 here in the UK. At the Shakespeare Birthplace Trust, we look after 3 copies, 2 belonging to the Trust itself and 1 to the Royal Shakespeare Company. So let's take a closer look at one of our copies of the Shakespeare First Folio. Our Ashburnham First Folio is kept in a specially made box, deep within our secure stores. We monitor temperature and humidity to ensure that we have just the right environmental conditions to keep this precious book safe for future generations. So, why do we call this the Ashburnham First Folio? Well, that's because during the 1800s it belonged to Bertram Ashburnham, 4th Earl of Ashburnham in the county of Sussex. It then passed to his son, also called Bertram, who sold it at an auction in London in 1898. This is when the Shakespeare Birthplace Trust bought it for its collections, for the princely sum of £615, 14 shillings and 4pence, over £60,000 in today's money. When we open the folio, we're greeted by this striking portrait of William Shakespeare. This is one of very few portraits completed during the lifetime of the playwright's friends and contemporaries. As such, it's thought to be a good likeness of Shakespeare, particularly as several refinements were made during the printing process, even some as small as the addition of a single strand of hair. And just as Shakespeare's picture differs between copies of the First Folio, so too does the text. This is because during the 17th century, printing was a lengthy process, completed by hand, with lots of stages at which errors and variations could creep in. Using handwritten or printed copies to work from, the men of the printing house would put together individual metal letters like these to recreate Shakespeare's plays. At this stage, they corrected errors and made their own, and even when printed sheets were checked for errors, they were still included in the final book because materials were expensive and nothing could be wasted. Several pages in the Ashburnham First Folio have been identified as such uncorrected proofs, and once published, each copy of the First Folio took its own path into the world, developing quite different histories, as is reflected in the annotations made by successive owners. Most notably in the Ashburnham First Folio, we can see that the title page has at some point been mounted on a new page, and the S of Shakespeare's has been filled in ink. A previous owner has also declared his admiration for Shakespeare, with the words, "Good Master Shakespeare," written below the title. Further through the book, there are more scribbles and annotations,